topic I chose to address is smoking in the workplace, particularly in the municipal local government areas of work. I'm the occupational health nurse for a municipality in eastern North Carolina. I've been doing this for about 18 months. When I was hired, I was kind of shocked to learn that smoking is allowed in several buildings, as well as on the grounds itself. Choosing to talk particularly about the fact that smoking is allowed within the building. There are designated smoking areas within the buildings in which I work. Um, this was brought up as a concern to me by several employees once I started, and also several employees who have started since I started working there. I do orientation with new employees. Part of that covers the smoking policy, and there are several people who have been shocked to learn that as well as I was, to learn that we do allow smoking within the building of the complex where I work. So in my research, before I even uh, chose this topic, I had done some research myself on why smoking is allowed in the workplace or how it's allowed. And the thing that I found was North Carolina General Statute 138, Article 23. This bans smoking in all state government buildings. This can be buildings that are owned by the state and buildings that are leased and used by the state government. However, it does not ban smoking in county or local government buildings, which is the reason why smoking is allowed in the building in which I'm referring to. However, the General Assembly does recognize that secondhand smoke is dangerous to people's health, which is kind of ironic that they do recognize its dangers but don't eliminate it in county or local government buildings. It does go so far, North Carolina General Statute 138, Article 23 goes so far as to allow for more restrictive laws to be adopted by local governments. So if this general statute covers not only buildings, it includes vehicles and other smoking areas. So as I say, that the restrictive laws can be, or the restrictions can be increased or more severe if a municipality or local government chooses to do so. So in my quest to help eliminate smoking within local government buildings, I did some research and found that the municipality that I work for is located in the district for North Carolina Senator Louis Pate. He is the North Carolina Senator for District 7. I did some research on Mr. Pate. He does have Twitter and Facebook accounts. However, he's not very active in posting on these accounts. Most of the information refers the reader back to his web page that's created by the North Carolina General Assembly that gives his biography and also other activity that he is doing within the legislature. This activity he's been doing, he's been the primary sponsor of several bills related to the health of his constituents. This is on a wide variety of topics, including pulse oximetry being mandatory for newborn babies. It also includes diabetes, Medicare, Medicaid topics. There are other topics as well that are health related. And as I said, he is the senator for the municipality where I work. And I also know Mr. Pate. I've met him several times. He knows me by face and by name. So I felt like the fact that he and I know each other already would be beneficial, or me writing to him would be beneficial and hopefully get some action taken on the situation. The evidence for why smoking should be eliminated in the workplace, especially indoors. Municipal workers are mostly blue collar and are more likely to be exposed to secondhand smoke. I've seen research that also indicates that blue collar workers, which typically have lower incomes, lower income people are typically more likely to smoke than folks with higher income. My guess is this could be related to education, but I don't know that for sure. That I have seen research that supports that. Number two, exposure to cigarette smoke in the workplace by non-smokers does the same damage that it does to the smokers. It increases the risk of heart disease by 25% to 30% and lung cancer 20% to 30%. So this does this unwelcomed exposure to cigarette smoke causes unwelcomed health issues, as I mentioned, heart disease and lung cancer specifically. There are other diseases that are related to it as well. Then the last thing is that no smoking policies in the workplace have been proven to decrease the number of cigarettes smoked. Obviously, if you're working an 8 to 10 hour shift and you're at a work environment that does not allow smoking, either indoors or indoors and outdoors, which would be my preference, that there was no smoking on the grounds itself, this would make it more difficult to smoke in the workplace, which is in turn going to decrease the number of cigarettes smoked due to the fact that employees would have to leave the grounds, which is most likely going to be documented by or only be allowed during their breaks, or if they leave the premises, they would be required to clock in and out so that their employer can keep up with how much time they're spending away from their job smoking. The other thing is that if employees aren't allowed to smoke in the workplace and they say, well, if I can go 8 to 10 hours a day without smoking, then I could probably go all day without smoking, which would lead to cessation of smoking. And both the decrease in number of cigarettes smoked and cessation would improve the overall health of the workforce, which of course is a big positive. And this would lead to decreases in heart disease and lung cancer that I mentioned earlier. My next slide is my references. I'll leave this up for 30 to 45 seconds. I do want to mention whenever I copied and pasted this from Microsoft Word to PowerPoint that the indentation or the tab space that's after the first line in each reference was deleted for some reason. I'm not sure why. It just did not transfer from Microsoft Word into the PowerPoint presentation, but in the attachment that I'm sending to Senator Pate, the tab spaces are there. Thank you for your time.